An inmate at a federal prison. This call is being recorded and is subject to monitoring. Hang up to decline the call or to accept. Dial 5 now. If you wish to block any future calls of this...
Hello, how you doing?
Hey, man. The war continues. It's always good to hear from you. I do have a question, but I don't know if you want to go first.
Go ahead.
Okay, so, as you become more and more popular, I want to make sure that everything is about credibility and it's about integrity and honesty and being forthright. And I want to make sure that I represent your situation in not only the best possible light as your friend, but I want to be accurate, right? And so I often say that the only reason you're in jail is because of the lying testimony of a valor thief, Elvin Joe Swisher. He's a provable liar, child molester, and everything else. And someone recently said that there was some sort of bodyguard that testified against you, that he heard you say something, and I didn't know anything about that. So is that true? What can you help me? What can you help me understand about that? Or do you know anything about? Do you know anything?
You're talking about a black guy that's 6'5". His name is Grover, and he was working for Ted Gunderson, and he picked me up in the limousine down in California when Gunderson invited me to come down there to set me up. Him and Anthony Hilder.
Okay. Got it.
And I never knew that person in my whole life. I've never known him till he pulled up with that limousine. And I told you that he brought a girl to dance naked for me.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Which I thought was kind of suspicious, you know.
Yeah.
And his name was Grover, and I don't hang around federal rats or child molesters.
Yeah. Did he get up on the witness stand along with Swisher and say that he heard you want to kill somebody?
No. He did not.
So it's still an accurate statement to say the only person who testified on the witness stand that you were wanted to kill federal officials is Elvin Joe Swisher. What did Grover do in the trial? Did he say anything at all? Did he even testify?
He never came to the trial.
So his whatever he said or didn't say doesn't mean nothing if he didn't go to trial. I mean, it's just hearsay.
That's right, but there was other people that showed up and lied against me. There was 4 people from the jail that said they knew me and that I confessed to everything. Then there was Agent Long from the FBI that said I confessed when I was arrested, and I was wearing a wire. All I asked was, why am I under arrest? And he says, I'll tell you later.
Well, jailhouse snitches are so common, David. I got people on death row, and they've all been set up with jailhouse snitches. It's like the prosecutors pay the jailhouse. They pay somebody to go sit in the same jail.
But I have one jailhouse rat that got up there and said they paid me to lie, and I'm not going to lie because I'm a Christian.
Wow. Okay. Do you remember his name?
Frank, I believe.
Okay.
Nicole?
Frank Nicoli. I'll have to try to find him. Some of his testimony in the transcripts. Well, jailhouse rats. Jailhouse
but you
rats.
got to realize that.
Yeah.
They brought in a bunch of those rats, and then there was Rich Ballon, the one that filed the lawsuit to make everybody angry. He showed up and said I hired him to be a hitman, and he's a federal rat. And then there was Kevin Hagan, who shot himself in the head in the parking lot. He said I hired him.
He left the courthouse and shot himself in the parking lot after he testified?
Yes.
Okay. So is it true that did the jury ever say that they dismissed the testimony of everybody but Elvin Joe Swisher? Is that recorded somewhere?
Well, it's in the grand jury minutes because basically they voted against every accusation except for Swisher's.
Okay. And we had Bates. I'm sorry.
You had Annie Bates. Remember, Bates and Harding both said that I hired them to be hitmen.
Well, I heard the name Harding. I don't think I've heard the name Bates before.
Bates was a girl that showed up with Harding, and she left. And she said that she heard me hire Harding to kill the children of the federal officials. That was her testimony, that I was going to murder all the children.
Wow. Okay.
These people have no souls. They have no conscience. I mean, can you imagine? You're an innocent guy, and you're sitting there, and they prayed all...
This call is from a federal prison.
...with endless lies. I wasn't even in the country. And that brief you sent me showed up. the 2255 motion to deny the 2255. And I reread that thing. If you look on the computer and notice, there's a whole section there where Tolman says, that's the judge. He says, yeah, it's not new evidence that Mr. Swisher was in a coma in the VA hospital. He was sick because Hinkson testified at the trial that Mr. Swisher was too sick to be a hitman and that he was wheelchair bound and could not walk or drive. Really? So that, that kind of proves that Mr. Tolman, he knew that Swisher was in a wheelchair. He knew. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I see exactly what you're saying. Yeah, Talman is in on it. There's no doubt in my mind that Talvin is like a minion of the Dark Lord Lucifer. I mean, I have no doubt about that. I sent you.
You find it interesting that his last name is the same name as the sacred book of Satan.
Yeah, Talmud. Yeah, Talmud.
His name is Talmud.
Yeah.
Yeah, you change the last letter, and you have the book of Satan.
Yeah,
lousy letter.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. So I've sent you a collage, right? Because there's a lot of different players in your case, and I tried to put pictures together so people can understand the players, because we're trying to bring up a lot of new people that are, getting acquainted with your case. And I know you mentioned Annette Hasselone. I found her on Facebook.
She testified to the grand jury that I murdered Art Bell. She said I murdered Art Bell
when he was alive. Yeah, when he was alive. So okay, right. I found her on Facebook, and I've asked to be her friend. We'll see if she is my friend. I'm gonna ask her what she thinks about you and just try to get her on the record. I've got attorney Dennis Albers. You hung around a lot of attorneys, or somehow a lot of attorneys got involved in your life. Attorney Dennis Albers, Robert.
Albers is the one that kept suing me. Albers kept suing me for Annette Hasselone.
Okay.
Based on lies.
Okay.
Look, she testified that she had a verbal contract with me that I was going to give her a cabin, a septic system, a Dodge diesel pickup truck, and 20 acres.
Yeah. Why would you do that? Why would you give her all that?
Because she said that if she got a big account for me, that I would show my appreciation by giving her all that.
I see.
And you know what the big account was?
Swisher.
No. She wrote a bad check when I wasn't there. She forged my signature on a check, and she paid CBS $6,000 to advertise on the Good Morning America show. I didn't want to do that. I got one phone call after spending $6,000 for the commercial, and no sale, nothing.
Wow.
In other words, that was her big deal,
Yeah.
And she had nothing in writing, and basically she said it was a verbal contract, no witnesses. Yeah, and she sat on the witness stand lying against me for 6 hours.
She said that
6 hours.
This call is from a federal prison.
She testified that
and she's Jewish.
Yeah.
She has 3 alias names, and she said she's Jewish.
Yeah.
Okay, to add to the insult to the injury, her real name is Newman.
Yeah.
Like Paul Newman.
Yeah.
Yeah. She had all these alias names. She married a Mexican guy, so one of her alias names was Rodriguez.
Yeah, I got you.
Rodriguez, Hasselone. If you give me a minute, I'll think of some more of her alias names.
Well, that's all right. So I want to try to find a picture of this limousine driver named Grover. You don't remember his full name, do you? But anyway.
I think his first name was Mark. I only met him one time.
Okay.
He drove the limousine.
Okay. But he didn't testify. He didn't testify against you, as far as you know. Okay, so here's the deal. Here's the collage I'm trying to put together. I got attorney Wesley Hoyt. I got attorney Dennis Albers. I got attorney Robert Hogue. I got attorney Nancy Cook. I got attorney Britt Groom. I got a CID agent Stephen Hines. I found a news article that there was a Stephen Hines that committed suicide in some sort of military base, but I think he's too young to be the same CID agent that went after you. But here's the deal. I mean, you're just surrounded. Your life is full of attorneys, and you know what I think of attorneys. They're like children of the Satan. I mean, you got a lot of attorneys.
I never hung around Albers. Albers was suing me full time, and if you remember, I mailed out the Swisher letter that destroyed Albers. See, Albers got caught having an ex parte meeting when they were trying Swisher for child molestation. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, and that got Swisher off, right? Didn't that get him like a...
Right. He got Swisher off. But the point was, Swisher's father had given the letter from the Supreme Court to Brett Groom. The letter said that Mr. Albers was not to ever hold public office again. That's what the Supreme Court of Idaho said. He was barred from ever holding a public office because he's a crook. And basically, I paid for the postage, to be honest about it. I paid for the postage. We mailed out 10,000 letters 4 days before the election, and because of that letter, Albers went down in flames.
Yep.
And I want you to know one thing. I would do it again. I would spend $20,000 to make sure that piece of garbage never is a prosecutor.
Yeah.
And before he did all this to me, he told me he was going to put me in prison.
And he did, yeah. So he was making threats against you because you actively played a role in him not getting elected to district attorney or prosecutor?
Right. And Hoyt was going to be his assistant.
And so when you sent out all those letters against him, notifying the community of how bad he was very irate at you and had a personal vendetta against you, and he helped...
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah, I got it. All right. What about Robert Hogue?
And I got him disbarred. I got him disbarred again.
How'd you do that?
He's been disbarred.
How'd you do that?
Huh?
How'd you get him disbarred?
Because, he kept suing me, and I'm not sure how it happened, but he's been disbarred. And that crooked cop that lied against me on the witness stand, his name was Scott Mueller. And you know what, Scott Mueller, he's the one that was in Mena, Arkansas. And when they moved the drug running operation from Mena, Arkansas to Mountain Home, Mueller was there. Okay?
Yeah.
And you heard the story about the drug running in Mena, Arkansas, right? With Bill Clinton in the White House.
Yeah, they flew in the airplanes with the drugs, and absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, right. And it killed those two boys. They put them on the railroad track and tied them up. Okay, that whole operation was moved to Mountain Home, Idaho, right in Dutch Lodge's camp there, up in Idaho. Then they got hot and they got caught again, and there was something investigating. They moved it to Grangeville. That whole drug running operation is about 4 miles, maybe 5 miles from my factory. That's where they're landing the planes and unloading all the cocaine and the marijuana, right?
Wow.
There in Grangeville.
Wow.
And Coleman, his name is Swearingen. He escorts the dope in the minivans to the border. So you got a highway patrolman. I said his name, Swearingen, and he's the one that murdered the boy on the river. I can call you back later if you want.
Okay, if you get time.
Yeah.
All right, we're praying for you, and we love you, David.
I love you too. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Keep talking though until it dies.
Okay. Well, I need to know the name of the boy so I can do some research on the name of the boy.
To accept, dial 5 now. If you wish to block any future calls of this nature, dial 7 now. To decline this call, hang up.
Hey.
You there?
Yeah, I just sent you another email. Think of me as an investigative journalist, and I'm trying my best to get up to speed on all the players. But did you have anything you wanted to talk about? If not, I got questions.
Well, yeah, I was going to finish what I started to say. Basically, there's a highway patrolman named Swearingen, and what he does is he escorts all the minivans full of dope to the Montana border and to the Washington border and to the Nevada border. The highway patrol is involved in the drugs. And Lonnie Birmingham was moving the drugs. He used to work for me. He's the one that robbed me and carried on. But Mariana Raff, the one that said I hired, she testified to the FBI, not at the trial. They didn't let her come to the trial, but she's, according to Agent Long, she said that I hired her and her brothers to be, she's Mexican, Spanish, Mexico.
Yeah.
She came on a Mormon missionary deal. She married her missionary husband. He died of cancer, and she got the money. But anyway, she was one of the mules, that's what they called it, the mules, that was bringing the drugs. And Swearingen was, escorting the dope. But anyway, the first 2 years I was in jail, it was based on Mariana Raff. It was not based on Swisher. Nobody heard from Swisher for 2 whole years. And what Long said was that I had hired them to kill a judge named Griffin, I believe Griffin, in Grangeville.
Wait! It's just it's too much, man. I'm sorry, David. You got Highway Patrolman Swearingen, we got Lonnie Birmingham, and now you're talking about Judge Long, and we got Mariana Raff. I think I got Mariana Raff down.
No. Long's the FBI guy that arrested me. I'm saying that
okay.
She started out as the witness. She was going to.
This call is from a federal prison.
He was going to say that I hired her and her brothers in Mexico to murder Judge Griffin.
I thought it was Judge Lodge.
Right. A whole different judge.
All right, but they got you murdering all kinds of people. All right, okay.
Yeah. So anyway, Agent Long never even checked on the story, but Mariana's brothers they're Mormons. They're nice people.
What's Agent Long's first name? William Long. All right. So you're saying long before you're saying long before Swisher came into the picture, you were already being charged with conspiracy to murder a judge by Mariana Raff and Agent William Long.
Agent Long's the one that had the story. That's why I was in jail 2 years uncharged. Mariana Raff was forbidden. They wouldn't allow her to come to the trial. In fact, they filed a motion saying that I couldn't mention her name. Tolman didn't want me mentioning Mariana Raff's name.
Why not? What was the purpose of that? What's the purpose?
Because the whole deal changed. It used to be Mariana Raff and her hitmen brothers that were Mormons down in Mexico, and all of a sudden the deal is Swisher with this Lodge. I never even knew who Lodge.
Okay.
I never even knew anything about Lodge. Because when I filed that lawsuit, that lawsuit, they claimed that was the reason I wanted to kill Lodge was because of the lawsuit, and he had ruled against me and all that. Lodge was not the judge in that case. That lawsuit was filed in northern Idaho. I mean, Lodge might be the chief judge of the state of Idaho, but he was never even involved in that lawsuit.
Okay, what lawsuit? Not even a judge in it. What lawsuit are we talking? You filed a...
Remember the lawsuit? Ballon filed a lawsuit. Remember?
Yes, Ballon filed a lawsuit. He's the one who got the feds mad at you.
Right. Also, they came in my jail cell and stole all my defense material when I was in the Boise jail.
Okay, wait. So back up. Richard Ballon filed a lawsuit against who specifically? That made everybody angry.
Nancy Cook, Hines.
Okay, Nancy Cook, and
two.
All right, Nancy Cook and Hines. Got it.
That lawsuit did not mention Lodge's name. Lodge is in Boise. Nancy Cook and the other person that was being sued, Hines, that was up in northern Idaho, in the court up in northern Idaho. It wasn't in Boise.
All right, this is CID agent Stephen Hines. Gotcha. All right, okay.
Right. He might live in Boise, I was told after the fact, but I didn't even know who he was either.
All right, okay. I've been trying to look him up, and there's a guy by the name of CID Stephen Hines that just committed suicide, but I think he's too young to be the same guy as your guy. All right, anyway, okay.
Well, he's pretty young. If it's the guy, if it's the guy that did all this to me, I hope he's in hell where he belongs.
Yeah, I know how you feel. All right, I don't blame you for feeling like that. Okay, all right. So
anyway, here's what I need you to do. You need to talk to Mr. McGow if you can, and get some kind of commitment from him as to what he's going to do to because what I've been trying to do, I've written many letters. I was trying to use my inventions to get some help, because Chan says, "Oh, you don't have any inventions; it wobbles." And I don't want to hear all that crap. It's on the YouTube video and it's working. And yes, it wobbles. I don't care if it wobbles. It really, the Navy really needs it. And so anyway, I asked McGow what his plan was, and he never clarified what his plan was to give me some help. That's why I was trying to tell you I don't really need more people involved in helping that I have to. I'm out of money. Guy's not answering his phone all day. You need to call Guy and find out if he's okay. I don't know what's going on. I can't reach Guy.
I got an email from I got an email from him late last night. Listen, Malcolm McGow, I don't know what his plans are either, but he's putting very favorable post up about you in regards to your innocence. And so regardless if he's got any specific plan that he's relaying, he's a great guy to have on your team. He's reaching out to pastors and he's talking about you. And so it just takes time. I know you're going through hell and I know you're sitting in hell, but you know, I think he's somebody who's going to like try to get the word out about your innocence. And I don't know what specifically he's going to do, but he sounds like he's on your team. And here's the deal. The more popular you get, especially if you're going to be lifted up at the Trump level, we got to have a rock solid story, man. And that's why I'm like trying to figure out who the names of all these people are. So, you know, when new people come on board, they read all the... Yep.
All the stuff you're asking for really is immaterial. Other than you got some naysayers out there because of the fact that what really matters is that the man was in a wheelchair and a coma. He was in a coma when he said I hired him to be a hitman in July. He was unconscious. My passport shows I was in Russia. And on top of that, in January, he mailed the sodium cyanide to the Kellogg testing laboratory because that's provable that he was blackmailing me. He called me up and said, give me $500,000 and have your business, and I won't testify against you in court. I cursed them out, slammed the phone down, and then they came and hauled me away. But before I was attacked, he actually put my bottles and mailed it to the Kellogg testing laboratory in Kellogg, Idaho. I have a copy of that, if you want me to mail it to you. It shows the Kellogg laboratory got a bottle of potassium water that was pure sodium cyanide, enough cyanide to kill all the people in Jamestown.
All right. Yeah, I remember you telling me about that before, and I know he put that in there. Elvin Joe Swisher tried to set you up with cyanide. Here's the deal. Okay, so let me share something with you. So Magoo is like putting out that you're innocent. I'm trying to tell everybody you're innocent. Naysayers are coming and saying it's more than just Elvin Joe Swisher. So either I got to be able to defend against all these other people that are liars.
What's it matter?
Okay, here, but you said.
But what's it matter? The jury said only Swisher did it.
Okay, that's what I need. I got to find somewhere in the freaking transcript or the grand jury minutes or wherever the hell it is, I got to find that the jury did not believe anybody else's testimony except for Elvin Joe Swisher. I got to be able to find that so we can put to rest all these other... Yeah.
If you sent me the grand jury. You sent me the grand jury transcripts from the grand jury. The one where they voted, you sent me those. They voted everything negative. The only person every single motion filed says that the jury only found me guilty of Swisher.
Is that on the guilty verdict form?
Like 8 or 9 people to lie, huh?
Is that on the guilty verdict form? Where would I find that specifically?
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Okay.
It's every single motion that's been filed. Every time they answer, they say he didn't pay his taxes, and there was a jury, and the jury voted, all the other counts were dismissed by the jury. Only Swisher. Because none of the other counts were believable either, Yeah. Harding said that he only knew me for 15 minutes and I gave him $10,000 to murder 5 people. Really? Hi, you're Rudy, right? Yeah. Okay. Here's 10,000. You kill 5 people for me. That makes no sense.
I know. I know it doesn't make no sense. I don't have a hard time believing that there's a lot of corrupt people that were trying to steal your business and try to somehow, finagle like money out of you. I got no problem believing that. But we're trying to paint a story here that's believable to people that are coming up to speed, and they may have a hard time believing that so many people are corrupt.
Actually, this whole story is unbelievable, and there's no way you're going to make it believable because of the fact that what they did is so
This call is from a federal prison.
insane. Think about that. You got a guy in a coma who's saying he's Hitman because he's Rambo. Really?
Yeah.
And you got them hiding my passport and hiding his medical records.
Yeah. So think about this logically, right? I'm just trying to figure out how the Lord is going to like work this forward. So if we get you like national attention, and let's say Trump starts to look at your case, he's going to have to come to the decision that the judge in your case was corrupt. You had several corrupt FBI agents. There was a corrupt IRS agent. There was all these corrupt attorneys. But you're the one who's innocent and telling the truth, which I believe is true, right? Right. But at the same time, the Lord's going to have to work a freaking miracle.
You keep missing the main point.
Okay.
There is no evidence to show anywhere on the record or in this planet that shows that I ever did any of these crimes. There's no pictures of me meeting with these people. The only evidence in my case is my passport, which they're hiding, which shows I wasn't in the country.
I got you. All right. Yeah,
Come on. I mean, it's not my fault that I got kidnapped and tortured by these people.
I know it's not. I know. And you told me about these two boys killed on the track. Man, I've been like totally swamped in like learning about that and how bad that is. That whole situation is insane. I mean, there's like tons of information out on the internet.
The bottom line is they moved the drug running operation that was in Mena, Arkansas. It's now in Idaho. That's what I was trying to get across to you.
Okay, yeah.
We can talk about it more later. But
all right.
And it was moved from Mountain Home to Grangeville. Okay?
All right.
And as far as I know, they're still landing planes in Grangeville and unloading the dope.
Yeah.
And all those agents up there are dope dealers. And no, I didn't run around blowing the whistle on them. I saw them unloading the dope, and I just drove by and minded my own business. I had the mistaken theory that if I left them alone, they would leave me alone. But it didn't work out so good.
Yeah, I got you. I think you make a very good point about everything boils down to Elvin Joe Swisher, because that's what the jury believed. Everybody else's testimony it's irrelevant. I agree with that. Yeah, I see your point now.
Yeah, because all we're doing is chasing our tails to argue the other stuff. That woman, that Mary, Ann Bates, for instance, I mean, saying I want to kill all the children of the federal officials. And, they gave her a brand new pickup truck with a camper shell to pay her to come lie against me. And Harding got a brand new rodeo, a Zuzu's. Everybody got an Zuzu.
Yeah.
He didn't answer. I'm talking to Rudy. So I don't know. Lodge really is this evil. He's the one orchestrating all this. I don't have any proof, but I think Lodge is the drug money up there.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
I think he's a mafia godfather. That's what I think he is. It's a federal mafia. They're up there. If you got a business, they're going to put you in prison and rob you.
Yeah. Yeah, I got you.
We're out of time.
All right, man.
You need to call Guy, see if you can find out if he's okay.
I just heard from he just sent me an email last night, man. I'm sure he's okay, but I'll send him a text. I'll try. All right.
I just have no money. I want to finish, but I just don't have any funds to do any typing right now. I don't have. It's not your fault. It's just,
all right.
I have nothing to be typing. That's why I kind of shut down, because I just don't have anything to anyway.
Okay, I'll try to maybe get a little money on your commissary, David. I'll do the best I can.
You might put the word out there that we did a little bit just for typing.
Okay.
Maybe 5 people will send 20 or something,
All right.
And I could type finish. I know you're waiting for this stuff.
Oh, man. What a crazy situation.